Welcome everyone back to the pod. Here we are, back in the studio. Let's go.
We're back.
Freaking back.
We're finally back.
I had a phone. Oh, here's my phone. Back from tour. Back from life on the road.
Yeah.
Did it.
Dude, I'm not meant for life on the road, unfortunately.
It was tough. I feel like the first week of that tour was just tough in general.
It was. It felt like it was. Okay, so here's listen. Everyone's gonna think that we're giant babies, but I don't care. We toured in this new vehicle that was like a bus, whatever. We talked about it on the pool episode, but
yeah.
it was fine. But that wasn't even really necessarily the bad part. But really, I'm just. And now, the worst part is, when I'm home, I'm just bored.
Were you bored this week though?
Yeah.
I wasn't as bored this week. It felt good last week to chill out, and I felt like I didn't need to. Do you ever have the? I don't know if you ever have this, but do you ever have the pull of like you should do something, but you just can't? Like you're just like I don't want to leave the house, but I feel like I should go out and
Every day of my life.
yeah. So you get me. But I didn't have that as much coming home last week. I was like, you know what? I did enough the past 3 weeks. I think it's okay if I just sit at home and watch the sun go up and come down.
Yeah, I mean, that's how I feel, but I just like, I live in a purgatory where I am too lazy to want to do anything, but I also like I used to be okay just sitting there and playing guitar or just like, watching something and rolling blunts. I think a big part of it is what I say on every episode. There's nothing good to watch anymore.
Nothing good. I had this thought pop in my brain. We need to get you in we need to get you out on like the ranch or something. You need like cattle or something to like go walk around and just spec.
I mean, that would be awesome.
That'd be the coolest thing.
Taylor's Neverland Ranch.
With the monkey or without the monkey?
So I don't know. Ever since the Chimp Crazy series, I've always wanted a monkey or a chimpanzee, but then it's like, dude, they're too close to people where like
They got hands. They got thumbs.
I don't think you can put them in a cage.
They should roam. They should be able to roam.
Even if you have like a huge, that's the thing. I guess if you have like an actual ranch and you're like, oh yeah, the chimps, but dude, they're also too smart. I feel like they'll get out.
They'll definitely get out.
And they'll kill somebody and then they're like, well, we gotta put the fucking thing down.
And you don't want that.
That's the thing. Then I'm like, well, it's just, he was just having fun.
So we're supposed to coexist is what you're trying to say.
I don't think they should be like shopping in the grocery store or anything, but.
Well, they have their own grocery store. They live in the wild.
You're talking about segregation.
Segregation, yes. And that's brings me to my next chapter.
Yeah, I don't know. But I do agree that I would love to have like a ranch with maybe some. Dude, if I could just have some ducks that I could feed every day.
A little pond.
Dude, just walk around the pond smoking, feeding ducks.
I mean, that was.
Then I got to take care of the fucking things. Then that's a chore.
That's a
then we know how I feel about chores.
No. Yeah, there's some sort of bright side there. It is like it's hell no matter what, but maybe it might be a little less hot in some regards of life. You can set yourself up where you're not burning alive in the demon land.
I need to figure something out. I mean, I have a. This is boring, but I
try not to cross my legs. I'm trying to
we man spread on this podcast. I cross my legs on most episodes, but then anytime my leg's out of focus. Anytime I notice I see something on the bottom of my shoe, it makes me self-conscious.
Oh yeah, like what if I had like just like shit on the bottom of my
shit
shoe?
Or like shit, or even if you have like a piece of tape, that's embarrassing for some reason.
We do that is embarrassing. That
piece
does
of
suck.
Tape on the bottom of your shoe.
Yeah, dude. Like I know.
Loser.
I know the toilet paper is so like cliche of what's on the bottom of your foot, but if you go on a date and you get like a piece of tape stuck on your shoe, it's really embarrassing. I'm like, oh fuck, hopefully I didn't see that. Like that could give someone the ick right away, and then you're done, dude. You're out,
dude. I think the ick is a weird concept.
The ick, also that word, the phrase, the buzzword has fallen off lately, which is good. I'm glad.
I think because most people are like, the ick. What kind of fucking evil human are you? Like, so like, it's one thing to be like, somebody does something, it makes you like be like, that's not so sexy.
Yeah.
But I feel like the way that people use it is like, oh, I was in on this person, then they did one thing, and then I was like, I could not look at them romantically anymore.
Which is an insane concept to have.
Like, listen, if your husband, like, you love him and he sees a spider and he shrieks like a woman, I could understand how, like, for a week you might be like, that was really weird that you did that.
This dude's a pussy.
But to be like, I don't love him anymore. It's like straight up, you're an evil person. That's the way that your mind works.
They're just sitting downstairs at the dining room table, low light. Can you sit down for a second? I need to talk to you.
You remember the mouse? That's dark. Like, dude, imagine you do one little thing, like you go like this, like somebody brings a snack to the party and you go like, ooh, and your wife's like, I think we're done here.
We're done. I don't think I'd even get to a marriage at that point. I don't think I would get past the first date if that was the case. I'm sure I've done.
That's kind of how I feel. I'm like, what?
I'm a goofy little
guy. If that
guy.
happens and you're like further than the second date, then maybe if you're dating someone longer than 6 months. And something they do gives you the ick to the point where you're like, I can't see them in the same way. Then I think you might have a problem.
Well, that's why people break up. That's why you date. It's not an ick. It's just like.
But if you're married, that's really strange.
I've been with this person for 5 years, but they did something I couldn't get over, and now it's it. Not like extreme, like you didn't like, diddle a kid or something.
It's like that. Yeah. Well, that's. Yeah, my husband was a pedophile. It kind of gave me the ick. I feel like that. I think you should leave sketch when he's like, yeah, and the guy at the wedding twirled my wife, and it really bothered me. Like, that is a real thing that I think happens, and people like can't let it go.
You should get a hobby or something if you can't let that go. That homeboy twirled your wife.
Well, dude, I think jealousy of any kind is kind of like misguided. Like, I feel like if you're jealous of somebody, then like, you have to be able to trust people. Like, it's one thing to be jealous, like envious in that, like, we're in a band, to look at another band and be like, oh, they're doing this, they're getting this. Mm-hmm. It's inevitable to sometimes feel like, damn, I wish that were me.
But I love it. That's what keeps you going, man. There's always someone working harder than you. There's always someone to be.
Well, everybody's working harder than me.
Well, that's.
I coast off of just swag and vibes.
And people are jealous of that, you know?
I mean,
that's not easy, dude. It's not easy to have swag and vibes.
Speaking of which, I went to dinner at a picnic. I took my family there.
Oh, really?
Night. Yeah. And because I loved it so much the first time we went.
It was good, wasn't it?
Dude, I love it there.
It's really good. I'm sure the chicken was probably awesome.
It was freaking. I said to my dad and my uncle, I was like, you guys should check out the chicken if you're feeling up for it.
And
got it.
What'd they think?
They liked it. I think everybody liked it.
How many people did you take with you?
Me, Joey, my dad, and my aunt and my uncle.
Okay, nice five.
So there wasn't like a ton of us. But yeah, listen, I like that place.
Mm-hmm. And here comes the caveat.
The service is a little strange there.
Did you have the same?
No, I didn't. But I had a different guy that, like, he was nice enough, but so my dad didn't really get the vibe of the place. And my dad's trying to order, like, a Long Island iced tea and stuff. And they're like, oh, we don't really have that. Like, we have, like,
cocktails,
the 5 cocktails on the back and, like, 80 different kinds of wine.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right, well, can I just get a Southern Comfort?
Wait.
Or he's like, I forget what he tried to get, but they're like, oh, we don't. Everything he asked for, they didn't have. And I was kind of like, this isn't like a bar. They have a bar, but that was sort of my
bar.
thing.
They should be like, okay, we can do something like that for you. That's a bad server. I
felt the same way.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, you guys can't get something close. Because my my dad was like, "Can I get a Long Island iced tea?" And
Sure.
he always orders it with orange juice instead of sour mix.
Sure.
And he's
I'd be
like,
like-
we don't have orange juice. And I'm like, that's fine, but like, and I was trying to be like, Dad, it's not really that kind of spot.
Yeah.
But then, again, this guy was nice enough.
Yeah.
We ordered drinks, and dude, I love that they have draft root beer on tap there. That's like,
They have draft root beer. I didn't even know that.
dude, that's what I got the first time. Instantly saw it on the 0 proof part of the menu,
Yeah,
and I was
like,
like,
bang.
I'm getting that, and it's perfect root beer.
And that's awesome.
It's on tap, baby.
That's hard to find, dude. You don't get that everywhere.
That's what I'm saying.
That's like the Guinness drinkers out there that are like,
Oh
I
my
need
God.
I need a Guinness.
Remind me, we'll talk
get to
about.
that.
I tried my first Guinness on this last tour, and I'll give you my
Yeah,
review later. And then we get our drinks. I ordered 2 baskets of fries, and then
Fries are good.
the guy comes back and he's like, "You guys good?" And we're like, "Yeah." And then he's like, "All right," and walks away. And we're like,
We're good. We're ready. Yes.
"Yeah." And I'm just sort of like, "All right, I guess that's like a little the vibe here, I guess." But then my dad was like so impatient about it, and he was like, "What? You didn't even take our order." I'm like, "All right, well, he'll be back. Take it easy." And he comes back and he's like, "Can we order?" And he's like, "Oh yeah, you want to order food?" And we're like, it is weird that you didn't ask us that.
Yeah, that's strange.
We ordered, everything was great, but then at the end, my dad is like, I paid because I'm a fucking G.
Dude, fuck yeah.
And dude, I hate the thing.
Let's go.
I hate the thing that like I don't think our generation does this as much. I think when you're with a group of friends, also our generation splits the tab.
Yeah.
Like
One card, Venmo.
except Will Yip. Will Yip like picks up the bill pretty much every single time because he's a flexer. And I respect him for it. I appreciate it. He has paid for my meal he bought me a donut the other day. And he was like, you don't want anything? We were at Federal Donuts. He's like, "You don't want anything else?" And I was like, I just want to get the donut. If I was by myself, I went hard as fuck. But I also wanted a Vietnamese iced coffee, and they didn't have it.
Oh.
So I was kind of like, I'll just get the donut. But the donut was raspberry mascarpone. It was incredible. Federal Donuts is the best donut in Philadelphia. I stand by that.
Okay. Dude, I'm not a big donut guy, but I do like Federal.
You're not?
Not a big donut guy. I like donuts. They're good. They're yummy. But I don't ever crave a donut.
Dude.
But if someone brings something, and I'll be like, "Oh, this is good. I like it." I think my, I'm like, my health journey, you know. I'm like, I shouldn't be eating this, but it's good. I like it.
I mean,
but I don't
same,
crave it 'cause
but
of it.
I'll drink a milkshake with like,
I don't even think twice about a milkshake, but I should.
see,
Maybe that's my
I don't
problem.
know. I do, but only because of the stomach repercussions for me.
Yeah, and luckily I don't have that in my life right now.
But dude, I am also on my fitness. Dude, I've gotten obsessed with how bad my health is. But yeah, so I picked up the tab and he had me pay on the little thing, and my dad was just like, "This is my son. He has a gold record." I was like, "Come on, man." And I just like looked at the guy and he looked at me. He's like,
"Okay,
is that right?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he's like, "Oh, what's it called?" And I was like,
boy. God, Dad, come on, man."
yeah. And I was like, he did it, I think, like, partially because he knew that it would embarrass me a little bit. But I think he was genuinely like, I got to tell somebody.
I'm sure he's told more people than that, but
Oh, definitely.
That's cute. He was excited.
I sent a picture of it to my mom because here's the thing. I've talked to you about it. I don't care about the gold record. I'm like kind of embarrassed by it.
Yeah, we went on record. To be embarrassed is one thing, but I get where you're coming from to say that about it.
But trying to explain, I sent a photo to my mom, and she responded, "Nice."
That's pretty much how I feel about it. Well, it's nice.
See, but then I was like, this is only for you guys. Like the only reason this is cool is because our parents can now be like, oh, this is like a real thing that they do.
Yeah. It kind of puts it in perspective for the surrounding.
Yeah, the same thing
families.
with like the getting nominated for the Billboard Award. All of us were like, "Who cares?"
I could care.
Obviously,
yeah,
Jelly Roll's gonna win, and he fucking did.
Yeah, obviously we have beef with him now too, but
Yeah.
that's another story.
And he's lost like 900 pounds. That's
dude.
he's gonna die. You can't lose that much weight that fast.
He lost weight. Megan Trainor looks completely different. What the? It's not all about that base anymore.
Yo, I mean, I
But-
don't respect her for that.
Yeah. Stay thick.
You
girl.
can't build your empire off having a song about having a
Yep.
fat butt and then lose the fat butt.
I'm sure that's a double, triple, quadruple platinum song. You know, so
Same reason I don't like Seth Rogen. He got
Seth.
popular. Yeah.
You think he got
No, not the weight thing.
I was like,
He got
he's healthy.
popular off of making like crass jokes, some of them rape jokes, and
everyone.
yeah, we put up with that fucking laugh for years, and now he's like, he shits on people that like make crass jokes.
Yeah, that's a no.
Like he was like too woke for like 10 years. I feel like he's gotten less so. And he's kind of like started getting a little edgier again, but it's too late, man. You can't get rich off of something and then shame other people for doing that thing that made you rich. That's pathetic.
Or it's really funny to be like, you can't do it.
I mean, it is funny, but I don't respect it.
I don't respect it, but it is kind of funny to be like, you can't. What the hell?
Yeah,
What the hell?
That's. I don't know, but so I don't respect
Yeah,
Megan
that's
Trainor
fine,
for that.
yeah.
I am pro Ozempic though.
Well, Ozempic's for what reason? For the diabetes reason?
No,
or
for
just
using
losing weight.
I mean, yo, if you want to lose weight, then
It's sick. I mean, it's still not
whatever.
The thing is, you still have to like inject yourself. Like you still have to do it.
I know.
right?
I found out it was injections. I was like, well,
I'm out.
that's crazy.
I thought it was like a little pill. If I got like say I got the thing and the doctor said, hey, you know, weight loss journey, I still want to do it. It would sit on my shelf and I'd be like, oh fuck, I forgot to do that today.
sure
I'll do it tomorrow.
I don't think you got to like shoot it into your vein or anything.
No, but you got to probably get a little fat and then shoot it in there or something like
yeah,
that.
it's probably fine.
But
the
I'm
needle's
saying-
only probably like this long.
Well, not even just. I would just be lazy about it and be like, I would do it for a few weeks, you know, and then 2 weeks after I'd be like,
That is true. Every day,
Forgot.
literally every single day, I have to take medication, and I just like procrastinate to take it. And
Yeah.
I'm like, it's 3 pills. Who gives a fuck?
I had to take like the laundry from downstairs upstairs, and it took me like 3 days to do that. And I was like,
Were you scared to go down in the basement?
it was scary down there, dude. It was
Scary.
dark, dude. It was really dark. No, I had to fold it and stuff. And post tour, you know, you come home from tour, I throw all my stuff just right in the washer. You know, I don't want to go to the bedroom right with my clothes.
My shit stays in my suitcase for like a week.
Well, the the suitcase goes right to the washer and dryer room, but it doesn't move.
Yeah.
Until I do it.
Weird.
But
As much as I hate chores, I kind of like folding laundry.
Folding laundry's all right. I mean, it is my job at home.
Dude, it's just like I like that your clothes all smell good and you kind of just like
yeah. But I still put it off, and then I do
Yeah.
it. Well, I'm just like I feel like I'm just addicted to my phone. I'm just looking at my phone, and then it's nice to be like, I'll throw my phone in the other room. I'll just fold. It's nice to have like a little music. But I like to
Dude,
set
I
the
just,
vibe.
just listen to a little podcast with my headphones in and just like fold my laundry and
Do your cats get on it?
sometimes.
They hop on the laundry. Yeah, the dogs like to hop on the bed. I'm like, dude, that's right where I put the laundry,
Yeah.
man. Come on, dude.
Yeah, sometimes they do that. Usually Pee Wee, like I'll lay out a shirt to fold it and he'll just lay in the center of it and I'm like,
Really?
I know that you don't have a concept of clothing, but like you know exactly what you're doing. Like there's no way you don't understand. Like you have been watching me fold these things. I laid it on the bed. I didn't lay it down for you to lay on top of it.
You know what I'm
So I'm getting rid of both my cats.
Yes, they're done for. Out in the rain in this weather.
Dude, the fucking Pee Wee wants to be outside at all times, even when it's raining now.
Really?
Yeah.
Doesn't mind the rain? Does he mind baths?
So, yeah, he doesn't like a bath.
Okay.
He doesn't like the rain, but he hides under stuff out there because he tries to.
Huh.
He caught 2 birds the other day.
Yeah,
Joey thinks
still
it was the
good.
same bird twice.
Can't let the bird have a freaking win, dude. I escaped. No.
Well, I don't know why the bird came back. He shouldn't
Yeah,
have
I
come back.
mean,
That's
don't-
foolish.
that's-
What is he?
that's
What does he
a
have? A
bird.
fucking bird brain? But he just hides under stuff out there and waits for the birds for the right moment to strike, and
It's like
that's how
his-
he's getting them because we have there's shrubbery that grows on the fence out there.
Mm-hmm.
So there's it's really long right now, so he's totally hidden. Like there are times where I look out the window to check on him, and I'm like, I don't know if he's back there, and then I go back and he just pops out of.
So he's like stalking. Like, he's
Yes.
like, dude, that's kind of sick though. If I was a cat, that would be like my fun little activity. Like I can hide here, and I know the bird's gonna come. I'm gonna get the bird. Does it eat the bird?
Well, he tried to the other day. Well,
Because Leo's gotten birds before.
He grabbed the bird and tried to bring it in the house.
Oh, that's a no-no. Again, no bird in the house.
He's done that with dead mice too. He'll grab a mouse, he'll bring it, and he'll
That's not
just
good.
come inside and he'll run straight up the stairs. That's how I know he has something.
Like, bring it back. What do you got there? Bring it back downstairs. Leo got a bird one time, my dog, and it didn't know what to do with it because it got it. It was like it jumped up and grabbed the bird in mid-flight, I think. Caught it, and it was like, what do I do with this? I didn't expect to catch this.
Just like the Joker says.
did not
dude.
expect to catch this. Why so serious?
He's like, yeah, it's like a dog with a car. I wouldn't know what I'd do if I caught it.
And then blows up the
Yeah.
building.
Chet Hanks does a really good impression of
Yeah.
it.
Tap into Chet if you haven't already. Wait, what did Chet do? Oh yeah, he did the music video. He somehow got his dad in the music video.
Dude, I think his dad just supports him.
That's awesome, dude.
Also,
That's what you want.
there's a thing that Chet Hanks has publicly talked about how he went to one of those bad kid camps
Yeah, I've heard the whole story.
and he was kidnapped and stuff.
yeah.
There's no way his parents don't feel regretful about
Dude,
that.
I would feel so bad. Instantly.
I feel like if you do that, first of all, if you do that, you're.
Don't do that to your
I
kids.
guess
everyone.
there's some people that just feel so I don't know what else to do. I understand that, but I'm like,
But dude, they were rich at that point.
I know.
They couldn't have.
Have him fucking killed like every other rich person does.
Chet went down the alley. He got
He
stabbed.
went on Epstein's island. We never heard from him
Epstein
again.
got him, and now
He went to
this is
stay
where
with
we
the
are.
Clintons for the weekend, and he never came back.
Yeah, you know what happens when you stay with the Clintons too long. Dirty people.
You kill yourself allegedly.
They've killed people.
Oh, dude, they've had 58, 58 friends commit suicide.
Actually,
Yeah, something like that. Some crazy number
Dude,
where it's
that's dark. That's too obvious, man. That's too obvious. They can't be you can have a few friends commit suicide, but then after that, it's
that's the Clinton crime family, bro.
was freaking Anthony Bourdain? Did he actually hang himself, or did he get?
I think he killed himself.
I know.
I think he. Killed
It's a bummer.
himself,
I've been honestly, when he died, I was like, fuck, I really like that dude. I thought he was cool. But we were watching No Reservation this weekend. I was like, man, this dude fucking rocks, dude. He's sick.
Dude, one of the most liked guys in history. I feel like.
Yeah, well, I don't know what it is about him, but I was like,
Yo, he's just chill. He's just
he's tall,
he's no nonsense.
handsome.
He's just sort of he's really just speaks his mind. I think people are just
He's got an earring in.
fuck.
That's so
Bring
cool.
him back,
Then
dude.
Harrison Ford was like, I gotta put an earring in too. It's like, no.
Harrison Ford has an earring.
I feel like he does. I feel like he got older. The only reason I put those two and two together because Anthony Bourdain has gray hair and has earrings, and then I felt like Harrison Ford has gray hair now and put an earring in.
I don't know. Maybe I respect it.
I was like, should I get an earring? Should I get a dangly? I was like, I don't think so.
Yeah, going into Claire's and be like, I'm thinking about getting my ears pierced.
You guys still do that here?
So I just pay for the ring and then the piercing is free?
And I'm in line and it's just little girl, me, little girl. And I was like, first time?
Yeah, I don't want to sound like I think you should leave Superfan, but the sketch on there about having to watch the prep video for getting your ears pierced at Claire's.
yeah.
And
Oh,
the one
yeah,
guy's
yeah,
like,
yeah,
I've
yeah.
seen this already.
Yeah, it would probably pretty much be me. Oh, mom, he's this weird guy. No, I think if I was getting my ears pierced, I'd go to a tattoo shop, you know. They do
Yeah.
piercings there, right?
Most of them.
Some do.
I feel like they probably pierce mostly
different
other stuff.
Yeah, probably like.
But I'm sure they
nips.
can like pierce anything. It's probably be more expensive than if you went to like piercing pagoda at the mall.
Do you think it's weird? Do you think
Yes.
they? Do you think when there's piercers in there that they're used to, like, okay, a hot girl comes in, they're like, I want to get my nipples pierced, and the guys are like, all right, or do you think they're like, okay, yeah, it's a little strange, but
The person piercing or just the people tattooing in there?
oh, well, let's start with the person piercing.
I'm sure there's some people that do it and some people that don't.
There's like, it's not
Like
my thing.
I think some places are just like, yo, we won't pierce like your dick or your pussy or your nipples.
I feel like up top is different than down low for me. I feel like,
I mean, dude,
because you get like juices down low, but
piercing your genitals is so unhinged.
Prince Albert can't. I mean, what's a woman's thing called? Like a Princess Diana or something?
I think it's just called a clit piercing.
Doesn't have a cool name.
I don't think so. I mean, maybe it does.
Yeah, dude. Why would you ever? It's sensitive. Why would you pierce a sensitive part of your body?
And I'm just like, I don't want it to get infected. Like, what if it gets infected?
just like.
And I feel like there's like a good chance it could.
It's like an open wound when you get a piercing, right?
And I would think you're.
No.
I don't know if you. I don't know, dude. I don't like the thought of it. But to answer your question, I feel like they're probably pretty lax about the nipples thing. That has to be a pretty common.
Pretty common. Like, let me get my nipple pierced. Pop a titty out, girl. Let's go. Pew, pew. It's probably pretty quick too. I can imagine.
I would think so.
I think if you're a professional, you're in a professional setting.
It is probably. I mean,
but imagine you're and you look over and the girl's just like.
They probably have a curtain or a special room.
That's true.
I'd be surprised if they were just like, all right, well, this is my station. It's kind of an open layout. If you want to just dump them out, we can get started.
It's going to be pretty quick.
I'm just going to alcohol swab them. I mean, it probably is awkward because you got to, I would imagine you got to do some an okay amount of touching of them.
Yeah, you got to grip them up.
You got to grip them up.
Permission to grip? And they'd be like, grip away. All right. Do I have permission? Girl,
May I?
I don't think I want to do this anymore. Do you have any female piercers in the group?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we know people with their nipples pierced. I feel like everybody has their nipples pierced.
Yeah, we do. I definitely used to, at least.
I should get mine pierced.
Yeah, I know. I feel like I know a guy who's got his nipples pierced before, but that's usually like a funny joke.
I feel like that was like pretty cool in the 90s to get your nipples
It was
pierced.
cool in the 90s, and now I think it turned into more of a joke, but maybe it might come back. Everything can come back.
Dude, I think it would hurt too much for it to be worth the joke.
Oh, I don't like pain, first off.
Isn't this funny? And again, like if they get infected, I don't want infected nipples. That sucks so bad.
My shit's already puffy enough, dude. Can you imagine getting infected? Be like, pfft.
Dude, imagine if we had
mushroom.
pierced nipples.
2 pierced nipples, a pierced belly button. Oh, that seems like it hurts too.
Yeah, belly button. I always thought that was kind of like because every
That was popular.
gal I knew had a belly button ring.
Mm-hmm. It's cool. And I thought it was kind of sick, but I can't imagine getting your shit.
Ow.
How?
I don't know. We're just pussies, I think. I think we're just pussies because nobody else. People are pretty lax about getting their body pierced.
I mean, you have piercings, so you're the guy I'm asking. You know, you're my sensei on this.
I don't remember, honestly.
I
did pierce my ears myself.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And then you gauged them out from that? Interesting.
Yeah. One of my life's biggest regrets.
Piercing or gauging?
I guess gauging, because piercing, whatever, you just take them in and out.
That's true. But you always got the little ball in there, which I love to play with. Little ball of blood or whatever it is, calcium. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know. That's the thing. When you pierce anything, you open up to the possibility of that piercing getting infected, which is like having my ears being infected in the past. I'm just like, that's not worth it.
Yeah, no, I mean, any infection sucks. The only infection I don't think I got a mouth infection when I got wisdom teeth out, but it's painful. You don't want that.
And it's like disgusting.
Yeah, how you going to get chicks if you got infected ears, you know? It's already
You're
hard.
not gonna.
It's already hard enough time. They're 1,000% going to get the ick if that's the case.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, imagine they pull
if you have
up.
crusty ears,
And
dude, and they're like orange stuff coming off of them,
marriage over.
Your wife's gonna fucking leave you, man. If you as an adult man gets your ears pierced and get infected, your wife's gonna get the ick for sure.
Did you finish Gemstones?
No,
Right,
I don't like that show.
I was thinking of BJ, how he has his ears.
Dude, he's
up.
the only character on that show that I think is funny.
He is. I mean, I love them all, but I get it.
Dude, I think it's gotten well. That's not true. Baby Billy's obviously fucking the goat. Dude, all the other characters, they're. I think they're trying too hard.
1,000%.
Like, I liked the first season.
Mm-hmm.
I liked the second season. What's this? The fourth?
The fourth and final season.
I think
good.
I think I liked the second season.
I don't really remember what happened in the second
Me neither,
season.
but I remember liking it. But dude, now I just feel like everything is so like. I kind of had the same issue with Eastbound and Down, where like he became so settled into the Kenny Powers character that like maybe I just got sick of the character.
He honestly, the fourth season they kind of stray away from the three, like from Danny McBride, a bit actually. He's not as focal.
Well, I'll tell you what, there's not nearly enough BJ in the season. I think
no, they never give BJ his flowers, even in the last season. No spoiler alerts, but he never really got a great storyline. I feel like
he's gotten more. He's like not in most of the episodes of the season.
No,
Because he ends up in the wheelchair, and then like you don't see him for like 4 episodes or something.
So you've seen the season 4?
I didn't see the last episode.
Oh, you didn't see the last episode.
Maybe
I mean, it's
maybe
crazy.
more than that, but I was just like,
It's
dude,
crazy
I
over
don't
the
like
top.
this. Like I don't.
Forget where I was getting at with that. I had a point. I was coming around on a point with the talking about Eastbound and Down. Maybe it's just piercings.
I would say you might have just been thinking of BJ's.
I was just thinking of separate thing. Earlier in the episode, I was thinking about the monkey they have in that show though.
Oh yeah,
Mr. Watson. Dr.
See,
Watson.
after that, you don't see him for.
Yeah, because he's chilling with Dr. Watson, dude. Imagine having a monkey.
Mike did tell me that he's in the last. He's in like the last episode or whatever.
He was in the last episode.
Dude, I don't know. I just
Not for you.
It doesn't make me laugh anymore.
No, I just wanted to finish it. I wanted to finish that. There's a lot of shows actually I had to catch up on being away.
Like what?
That show. I watched this terrible show. Not terrible. I like it. It's a millionaire show. It's like a game show, and they're on a house, and they passing around $1 million. You have this guess who has the $1 million.
Well, that does sound bad.
It was right up my alley, and I was like, oh, this is good. I had to figure out. I didn't know who won. It was kind of that. There's another show I was watching, too. The Rehearsal. I finished Rehearsal.
Oh, dude.
Did you finish that?
Yeah.
Dude, what'd you think?
He's the goat, man.
Dude, straight
He's the
up,
goat.
dude.
There's nothing like. There's no one like him.
Unmatched, dude. I was sitting there just like cracking up and also in awe, just like, no fucking way.
I do like that the the crux of the season is him being like, am I autistic? It's like every episode there's like an underlying theme of him being like, I don't think I'm autistic, but people keep like, dude, the lady basically implying that he's autistic, like the lady that works at the autism school,
yeah,
is like repeatedly, and him being like, well, what do you mean? Is like so funny.
Yeah, choose one of these multiple choices. People have problems.
Yeah, is this usually difficult or? She's like, yeah, for some people.
People with autism have trouble with this, and it's just wrong every time.
Yeah, she was like, well, it is really difficult. So
I was watching it, and honestly, I wasn't even sure on my answer, but I was like, oh, it's probably like B, and he goes and picks like C or whatever. C is wrong, B is right. I'm like, oh, well, I guess
I mean, when
guess
he
it must
says
be
like
my
these
tism.
images are really low res, I was like, he's honestly, that is true. It is
No,
kind
facts,
of hard to see what the
100%.
fuck's going on in these pictures.
One-
No wonder autistic people struggle. They're like, this is incredibly low res image that you're asking me to, base my opinion off of.
You either have autism or you have bad eyesight. There's a crossover there somewhere.
Well, guess what? I got
I
both.
imagine both, dude. That's like a super person. That's a superpower right there.
I don't feel very super.
Great show though. When it flashed like 2 years earlier, I was like, no fucking way. I was like, that's next level goat shit right there.
I mean, I love when he's flying and he's just like, he's landing it, the real thing, like the simulator, and the guy, the guy's like, what? And he's like, is it like the simulator? And he's like, oh yeah. That is kind of crazy that like
You can get a license and not even flown a plane once.
like for those who haven't watched the rehearsal,
Yeah.
there's in the last episode they talk about how Nathan Fielder's getting like he's trying to get his commercial pilot's license to fly like a commercial plane with passengers and stuff. And then he finds out when you go to like the training, they train you on a simulator. And he was like, so you don't like fly a real plane of that size like before you fly the passengers? It's just straight from the simulator to flying like paying customers. And they're like, yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not even like a hesitation. Just
Dude,
that's how we
that
do it. That's how
show
we do it.
really opened my eyes on like how scary it is that we fly. Like I've always felt that way. And then I think like, okay, well there's hundreds of planes taking off and landing every single day with fairly few crashes. But then after that, I was just like, dude, it's all luck. We're all just lucky that we don't die in plane crashes.
Well, that's true. I mean, it makes you feel like when you're in the back of like the bandwagon or the rigs we were driving in, and there's no front window, you're just kind of back there in this like shuttle thing. And I'm like, yo, this is kind of like we're on a plane. Like you don't see the front, you can see out the sides, but you're just kind of you have no idea what the pilot's doing up there. It could be Nathan Fielder for all you know. Next week could be Nathan
I wish it was.
flying us.
I wish it was Nathan
That'd be
Fielder
kinda
that was
fun.
our driver.
This is my first international flight ever. Was Nathan Fielder.
I liked our driver, Spence. He was a cool guy. But,
Spencer's awesome.
there's no Nathan Fielder.
Ooh, can you imagine Nathan? Nathan should be a bus driver. His next venture be a little easier.
Really do wonder what it'll do. I feel like,
You
I
can't
don't
top
know.
that
The
season.
show's got to be successful, so I'm sure they'll make another season. But I could see HBO being like, all right, man, like I think you've spent enough money on this. Like I would love to see the receipts on that show.
Insane.
I do like when he was trying to buy like a used plane, and the guy's like, "Yep, you can
Yo.
fly with it just like this." And he's just like, it's like this thing's just like fine like this. It's just not connected to anything, and he was just like, "Yep, yeah, that's fine. That's supposed to be like that."
There was no way that thing was even moving.
Dude, he's like,
I
"Is
was
that a
like,
bird's nest?" He's like, "Oh yeah, there's one over there too." Like so.
Is that normal? Yeah.
Yeah, I would let my family fly in this plane.
I was like-
and the guy's like, "What?"
You don't even have a family, bro. He definitely didn't have a family.
That guy was fucking awesome.
Yeah. I can't believe how he found them. Yeah, just the whole show is. I was like watching it the last episode with Laurie and kind of catching. She didn't watch the other episode, so I was kind of like, oh, here's like what the show's about. I really wanted to watch the baby episode with her because I was like, dude, I've never laughed so hard.
That was a really incredible episode of TV where it was like every step of the way you were not prepared for what was coming next.
They just kind of like cut to his face dressed up, like cut to him dressed up as a baby. I was like, no way, dude.
Changing the topic, but
Yeah.
how do you feel about Pedro Pascal?
You know what? I was talking about him last night, and a question got brought up is like, do you think something bad? Do you have a feeling that something bad's going to happen to him? Like something's going to come out against him soon? And I was like, everyone does love him. But my reasoning was he kind of got famous later in life, so I don't think he had time to be like a shitty person. But to answer your question, how I feel about him, I like him. I think he's handsome.
I don't know how I feel about him.
What don't you like about him?
There's nothing I dislike about him necessarily. Although his like persona is a little too. He's too outgoing. I think I'm like, settle down, brother. You're like 45 years old.
Yeah, I think he's 50.
That's disgusting.
He's late. He's old.
Listen, I'm glad he's having fun, but I also feel like, listen, I'm not trying to be a hater. I'm really not.
Yeah.
Is he that hot?
No.
That's part of what like
ugly.
confuses me about him. I'm just like
Ryan Gosling, hot. Obviously, Brad Pitt, hot. You can look.
yeah.
But I don't think he's hot. I don't think he's ugly though. That's the thing that I think he's like obtainable. Like girls are like, oh, I've seen guys like him out in the wild that like I can get myself. I can get a Pedro myself. You know?
Yeah.
And I think that's what's really clicking for him.
Maybe.
Got a nice smile. I don't know. Maybe I don't know. Maybe I'm just gay. Who knows, dude?
Yeah, you might be gay. I was kind of thinking that. I was like, oh fuck. Well, I didn't expect Jay to admit he was gay when I asked this question. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not even a hater. I'm like, I guess I don't really get it. Is my thing. Like he's like a fine actor, but he's in everything.
He is in
every
everything.
trailer that I see of the movies. It's like Pedro Pascal.
Hot. He's hot right now. He's the guy.
I know, but like, we don't have hotter guys. I guess I'm a little confused by it. I think I'm confused by it.
Yeah, it's just like the perfect storm with him. But I you know what I don't like? And I'm kind of on team with it. Maybe it's just the media that's really getting to me is his co-star on The Last of Us. The little girl.
Bella Ramsey.
Yeah, everyone hates her ass. And I am kind of like, she does have a pretty punchable face. But.
So I was listening to a podcast that I like, that people that listen to this podcast might listen to. And it was, the question was posed, does it feel like casting her as that character is a provocation? And I feel like it is a little bit like...
Let's pretend people don't know what provocation means, you know?
Like, are they trying to piss people off?
Gotcha. For all those out there that don't know what that means.
It is a confusing casting.
Because she's not even, like, close to, you know, what the...
She also just, like, looks
like.
Very specific. I'm not going to call her ugly because that's
me.
What the internet does.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, she's not a little kid, but she is like a young girl. I don't think it's healthy. It's going to do irreparable damage to her by the world calling her ugly for like 3 years straight. But I do think that she is not even... It's not like they need to cast somebody that looks identical to the video game character, but casting her is... It's a confusing choice.
The character's not very like doesn't have any round features, and I feel like it's very more of a rugged person you're looking for.
My thing is, she looks like very, very young. Like she looks younger than the character's supposed to be.
Yeah, so it just kind of takes you out of it a bit. I think I've seen one episode of The Last of Us, so I'm not really like the. But I want to watch it.
Here's
but
the thing, man. It's fine. It's just fine.
I can't get over her being in it, so I'm just like, I gotta give it some time to really dive into this.
She's fine. I mean, I feel like she does like a good enough job. But like, here's my thing. I've played some of the first game. I thought it was too hard and didn't want to play it anymore.
How are you gonna make your video game hard, everybody?
Dude, that's what I'm saying. I have been playing the shit out of Assassin's Creed, and
I came in.
I've almost beaten the game.
Do you beat most games you start?
That's. I don't know because
I do not.
games that I start and play a lot, I'll usually beat like the main story at least.
That's not only impressive, but that's honor. That's a very big of you to do.
But
that,
I do have to. I often do switch it to easy mode.
Well, yeah, you just want to play the story a lot.
Like, dude,
I'm not there to play fucking the Elden Ring. You know.
So I'm
for Dark Souls.
I play on the forgiving setting on Assassin's Creed, and it's still fucking hard.
And you're still having a time. You're still having a good time.
I felt self-conscious about this for a while because I was like, "Damn, dude, I'm playing on easy."
Bring out the truth.
So the first time it happened was when I played. I I had to switch it on easy when I played the fucking Star Wars Jedi game. And I was like dying instantly when I first started playing it, and I was like, I don't understand this. And I played on easy, and it was still fucking hard as shit. So I was just like, whatever. Like, it's still challenging to my stupid ass. So
you're still having fun with it.
But the confusing thing is, I'm not bad at video games.
I think with that game, there's so many of them, and there's probably lifers that know the controls like the back of their hand, that just hop into the game and know all the mechanics and stuff. So them like easy or medium is just like, medium is easy for them, so they need to be challenged. Is my guesstimate, because there's like 100 of those games.
That's the thing. I feel like in the fighting people in that game, like, you have to time everything really well, and like, dude, that's not really the part of the game that I enjoy that much.
It's a nice looking game.
Oh, it looks awesome. The mechanics
game.
are really awesome. The only thing is, like, you can switch between two characters, and one is this like giant black samurai, and people really don't like that on the internet. And he's like more like brute strength, and then you can switch and you can play as like this like young Japanese gal.
Oh yeah, I've seen you play with her.
And she's so fun to play as because she's like the stealthy one, and she's really like agile. But he's just like can't like not stealthy at all. Like,
oh, dude, I got a great. You're giving me a great idea for the Patreon episode. We get the road mics, right? We just go up, chill up on the couch, and you play it, and we'll just record the screen. We'll have two screens, the camera at us, and we can just chat and just. I'm literally gonna sit there and just fucking suck on a soda and be like, "Oh, what's that thing?"
Dude, I'm down. I think it's pretty. I'll start a new game, or maybe
let's. Ooh, okay. I was gonna say we should do one where we build someone. That'd be kind of fun, whole game. But let's start. You can start a new game or hop in your game now. I think that's a good idea. It's a fun one because the road mics are easy. They're nice and simple. Just clip them on, clip them right in the camera.
Yeah, whatever. Would people want to watch us play Assassin's Creed and be bad at it?
Yeah. How did everyone like the watch through of the TV show? I don't know. We did a few different things, kind of.
Oh,
recently.
the TV show was. I feel like that was not well received.
It wasn't well received, but I did see another. I think it was like Come Town or Adam Friedland show or something. They were doing a watch through of a TV show. I was like, how did they do that? I mean, they don't want their channel to go down, so I don't know how.
Yeah, we should see how they did it because
it would be fun if you could watch, like, actually just click on the video and watch.
That's the thing. If we could just be sitting here and the fucking screen was playing the show right here, like in a little rectangle right here,
it'd be kind of fun.
Or even just like up here or something, and we're watching it and talking about what's happening, because it is kind of like. Well, it didn't help that we watched it with ads, but all the broke motherfuckers that watch our podcast probably watch it with ads too. So,
There's a way.
I just, if it is difficult to watch, I don't know. That show is so fucking stupid that I was like,
it's so dumb. I'll try to figure out a way to do that. Well, or at least what they did, because I was like, yo, if they did it, and that has hundreds of thousands of followers.
And we can watch every Pedro Pascal thing and talk about it.
It'd be great.
Like, every time he comes on screen, he's not even that hot.
He's got a cute smile though.
I don't know. I respect him because he has a stout head, and I have a stout head, so he's putting on for all the stout head guy.
Yeah, maybe you just see yourself
out there, but he's fine.
He's fine. Dude, that's a good. I like that. That'd be so easy. Like, easy setup, Boom, boom, in the screen, easy. That's easy money. I feel like we could do that really easy. I like that. We could just use two cameras. You could just film we just put a camera in front of the screen, just film the screen.
I mean,
yeah, those are just ideas I have for the Patreon. Patreon.com/switcherband. I still can. We're definitely gonna get some episodes up there a little bit. I feel like we polled everyone when we played pool the last episode. And I feel like most of the comments were down for an audio if you can't get a video up.
Yeah.
So I think coming up, if we're in Europe and we can't get a video up, at least we can do an audio.
Yeah.
But we might be. It was easy enough to just set up a camera and do the clip on the mics. I just didn't. it's tough to find a full hour in a day when you're on tour. And I know that sounds hard.
It sounds easy.
It sounds easy.
But it is difficult because, one, sometimes I don't feel like it.
I felt that
and
way too.
two, it's like it's hard to find a place that's going to be quiet enough to do it.
Mm-hmm.
And like when we were playing pool, that was like in a building separate from the venue.
Yeah.
But also, you're not always in a space where you don't want to be like in a like a shared space and be like, all right, can everyone be quiet? We're trying to do a podcast.
Shut up, everyone.
And then even if you don't say that, people feel like that. Like when we did it on the bandwagon on the tour in the winter.
Yeah, I felt bad.
Everyone that came on the rig while we were recording was like, trying to like avoid being on the camera and like thought they had to be quiet. And like, that's with our show, we obviously don't care at all.
Yeah.
Like they could come in literally screaming and we would probably just think it's funny. But you know, I don't want our stupid podcast to affect anybody else's day.
Yeah, I don't want to be seen nor heard.
Yeah, so it just is weirdly difficult to do it on tour.
Yeah, but if we find a way to do it,
dude, you know, what would be kind of fun. I guess we could. I don't know how it would work audio wise. Well, we still have. Do we have like that Zoom recorder or whatever?
Yeah.
Could we just like clip on the lav mics and literally just like walk around?
Yeah, we can do whatever you want.
Because I mean, even if you got like
walk around, do what? Just chat?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I mean, we can just the behind the scenes baseball. Everyone, we can just use the receiver and it records right on the receiver. So I can just like you can just clip on those mics and just walk around if you want.
Yeah, I mean that might be
really easy.
Something to
we
do.
We could take a camera with us too and just vlog style and just kind of hold it like this.
That's true.
It's real. Our options are endless. What we can do.
Yeah, we're gonna do some real man on the street shit in Europe.
I always want to, but you kind of got to get over that, like, not fear, but it's just embarrassment. Like this can be silly. This can be stupid. Well, that's the thing.
I don't want to do it where. Did you ever see the videos of streamers getting like harassed on the street?
Yeah, I don't want that. I don't want to like a third person, someone looking at you and being like, "Well, that's embarrassing." Like, look at how I feel when I see some people.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think we would do like I can't envision us like walking up to people and like, "Hey, holding up the phone like, "Hey, what do you think of Pedro Pascal? Do you think he's ugly? Do you like his acting?
Ugly or hot? Go.
Ugly or hot? Do you think that he's worthy of all the praise that he gets?"
Yeah.
Like, because one, I don't care what a person on the street says. Like, and I don't know. Best case scenario, you're gonna get like some weirdo that's like kind of entertaining, but I'm cool to just like walk around and we can kind of just. I mean, having a camera in public is kind of like the cringy part.
Oh, then we could just do an audio thing.
Well,
we can make it easier, but it'd be kind of fun to have the camera.
Yeah, I guess it depends where it is. I feel like everyone
Europe,
in Japan.
I don't really care.
Well, that's another thing.
Like, who cares about this fucker?
I mean, that's basically where I'm at.
Oh, they got the camera. I'd be like, yeah, fuck off,
dude. We'll see if I'm even in a good enough mood. I hate going to Europe so much, and we're going there. I can't. It's gonna be awesome.
Next week.
Next
freaking week, we leave. When this episode comes out, we have a few more days, and USA #1. I will say, I think summer in Europe's gonna be different than like early March snowstorm.
All the circumstances are different than every other time we've done it, but
it's gonna rock AM.
The food is a big part for me. We're like,
when last time you were there, were you not eating meat?
I don't know, but everything closes at fucking 4 p.m. So I feel like after I am used to getting food after we play a show.
Well, luckily we're playing these festivals and we play at like 2 in the morning or 2 in the afternoon. So then it's like,
I mean, catering at those will probably be fine.
Yeah, probably pretty good.
But like, I guess it's just being in Europe. I'm just like, oh man, I'm gonna starve.
I think it'd be funny. Your tune changes 180.
I'm just a Europe
like,
guy after this. Yeah,
I love it.
I come back and I'm just like, yo, Europe is fucking.
I'm moving there.
I'm not touring the States anymore. I'm just touring Europe.
Oh, that would suck.
I can say with 100% certainty that will not be the case.
Yeah.
But there's a chance that I could come back and be like, the way that we did it this time wasn't... Because every other time we've gone over there, it was like designed for discomfort.
Yeah. Oh, let's pack 2 bands in one little vehicle.
So...
Let's not get hotels. Let's get if we're getting in hotels, we're getting the shittiest, smokiest hotel in the world.
Oh, dude. So I am a giant baby, but let me lay it out for
We're
those
adults.
that don't. Well,
Also.
we weren't. I mean, we were at the time, but we were young adults.
Yeah.
So like, okay. So here's why I don't like Europe. Here's the setup. Okay, and I also don't include UK in this. Although when Wed went to the UK, it was freezing 100% of the time, and that was infuriating.
They don't have they don't have immunity to UK, so you make sure to come through. You know, it's not USA, but go on.
So mainland Europe is, like Jake said, it's usually 2 bands traveling in one vehicle, one van, and it's never the kind of van that has like benches. It's like a Sprinter van.
Can't lay down.
With individual seats, and it's 2 bands, so it's like every seat is taken by a person. So you're kind of, it's like being on a plane for an entire tour, like just being like in one narrow little seat and being like, well, what's the drive? 17 hours.
Yeah.
All right, and then you're just sort of like this, position? And you're like, yeah,
phone's not working.
Phone's not working.
No fucking way.
That's kind of gotten better. Like it's easier to use our phones over there now. But the first like 2 times we went overseas, I just didn't have a phone for like a month.
Yeah, it's so funny. I think I had a phone, but I definitely didn't use it. Like I feel like when I got back to the States, it was always like you get all the text messages like, "Hey, what's up?" You're ping, ping, ping. Joe would straight up just turn his phone off completely, which I thought
we know he's not going to do this time. He's not allowed to do that now.
No.
But yeah, and then the Sprinter van usually has like a little TV so you can watch DVDs and stuff. That's a plus. Like I said, everything closes at like 4 p.m. So if you're hungry past then, which I always am, you're just kind of SOL. Like there's some places that are open. You can get like a kebab.
I do like a nice post kebab vibe.
I don't mind it, but it's such a. I don't know. This time I don't know, whatever. That's probably what I'll end up eating every single night.
Kebab land.
But like Jake said, most of the time that we were there before, it was like we weren't staying in hotels, and it was like either a hostel or the venue would let you sleep there, and it was like. Either, I'm not even exaggerating, a couple times it was like they just had a stockpile of mattresses that they were like, after the show, they just were like, yeah, you just lay these down on the floor. The floor that the people stood on when we played, or like, yeah, you can sleep on the stage. Shit like that. Like that wasn't uncommon.
So where's the bedroom? Oh, this is where you sleep.
Or and half the places we played were like such shitholes.
Yeah,
they were like
disgusting.
I remember we played a place in Germany that was like fully a squat. It was a
Yeah, I do. I remember that.
It was a ruin of a building. It was like a World War II ruin.
But the thing is, the show wasn't there was people at the show. Like the show was attended moderately well, where it's like why did they put a show here that's going to make money in a squat? In like a German World War, what was that, 1 or 2? One of those.
One of the world wars demolished this building, and it was like it wasn't like this, but in my head it was like there was like chunks of the ceiling missing. You just like see birds flying overhead. It was the electricity was terrible because the building was 150 years old.
You got that filter like a war movie filter when you walked in there,
dude.
Like it's very gray. It's like,
and just like everything about it is uncomfortable. The second you walk into somewhere and you start speaking English, they're like roll their eyes and they're like, oh. They don't even want to work with you. Like, and it's not like we're loud Americans where we bust in and we're like, fucking shoving each other and giving each other noogies, and we're like, USA, I mean, that's what I'm doing inside my head.
Yeah.
But I feel like we approach pretty politely when we go places, and they're just like, if you try to order a coffee and you don't order it in German, they're like pissed off.
Americano.
It's like, yo, I know you speak English. I'm not learning German to come over here once every fucking 10 years.
Check it out. Everywhere knows American. Nowhere knows German.
It's sad but true.
Yeah, it's just how just how the cookie crumbled, everyone.
Yeah.
Just how the cookie crumbled.
I'm not saying they need to like know. I don't even need them to know English. I just need them to work with me. That's why Japan is the best place in the world.
They love to work with you.
Some people over there speak decent English.
Others,
a lot of them don't at all, but they're like totally happy to like make it like work with you and figure it out.
What an amazing group of what an amazing society they have there.
They also have a lot of like screens to order on, which like makes it. They need that in Europe. Also, you have to pay to go to use the public restroom, and I resent that. Really, like
it's a human right. I gotta shit. I gotta piss.
My thing is like, it's fine if you want to pay, but then you can't get mad at me if I piss outside.
That too, and if I'm paying, this shit better be spotless.
And it's not.
And it's not. I better get a little mint afterwards, and I don't. Dude. I want a mint.
Yeah, and I resent the having to pay for the like. Yo, you can't.
You get a coupon afterwards. I'm not going to use this fucking coupon.
It's a rest stop, dude. Like
this.
you got. Unfortunately, you got to just provide the toilet.
Yeah, pay more taxes.
You're not stopping at a roadside Love's country store / gas station truck stop and going up to the bathroom and fucking having to drop a coin and so you can go through the turnstile and take a fucking piss. Like
at least make it a little game like the Taco Bell when you
dude, turn the thing
free shit. Try to get it on there.
You should be able to win one item from the store.
Now that would be fun. Now people are paying. You make more money because I'm just hopping right over them. Honestly, at this point, I just don't have change on me. I don't have that on me, man.
But that's the thing. A lot of times we don't have.
What's going to happen now when I have to like tap away? I don't know. Hopefully the vehicle we're traveling on, I'm assuming it has a toilet. But I've been told this has a toilet. It has a toilet, but so I think we'll be good.
But we can't poop on it.
I'm pooping. Put the bag down. No, I'm not pooping.
Dude. Honestly, that might be my new move.
Just like, I'm just going to shit them.
Just lining the toilet with like a plastic grocery bag, shitting in it, and just wrapping up. Just me coming out of the bathroom, just like spinning it, like twisting it. It's like, all right, we got another one.
In the spray.
Yeah, I mean, it'll sink in there for what? 5 minutes?
As long as, whatever. I mean, if no one's in there. If it's during the day,
as long as you're not pooping in the tank, who cares?
Hey,
I'm doing it.
Do it. Fuck it.
I'm doing it.
Let's have a poop bunk. We have a few extra bunks on this one. With poop bunk. Throw all the shit in the poop bunk.
Yo, that would be so awesome.
What smells? They throw the curtain open and it just mounds of poop.
I can't wait to do that on digital tour bus. And just have it be like, yeah, I mean, this is the poop bunk. This is where all these bags are just. There's poop in there.
Oh, I love ignoring their emails.
Do they hit us up?
They have, yeah.
For what?
I'm like, everyone's seen this. The thing is, with the new rig, I would have been like, okay, sure, I guess no one's seen this. But then I'm like, I'm giving this company like a commercial for free, so
that's the thing.
I'm good.
And then we would just be like, yeah, it's no bandwagon.
All right, everyone. Well, we are at our time for today. Your lovely time with us. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in Europe.
Yeah, we'll see you in fucking Europe. That is true.
All the dates. Outbreak.
Outbreak will be cool.
Yeah.